Well, hello, everybody. It's been a while since I did an update video. I believe the last one I did was in June of this year to announce that I was taking a break, which unfortunately extended much longer than I expected it to, as obvious, because we're in January of 2022, and my usual recording process has been interrupted much longer than I thought it would be, like I said, and I'm very upset about that. Now, to address the big thing going on, like why aren't I uploading as much, it's very simple. I haven't been feeling physically well. Now, it's been a number of things since June. Basically, it was caused my mouth was getting sores in it, which we still don't know what the cause of that was. And I couldn't speak. Like, speaking repeatedly would just cause my mouth to, like, cramp up, and that's why I took the break. Because I was running out of reserve videos, and I said, okay, let's nip this in the bud, announce a break, and then we'll get back on the horse when we're ready. Well, then more and more shit kept happening, go figure. And even after all this time, things still aren't perfect. Why? Well, the most recent problem I've been having is with my sleep apnea, because I snore a lot and I have had numerous tests, which 100% confirm that I have a very bad case of sleep apnea. It's when like your breathing is not fluid and then you don't get the refreshed feeling when you fully go to sleep, like a person without sleep apnea would. So I have a breathing machine behind me called the CPAP. I've been using it for a long time. In fact, this is the second generation one I've gotten. And things were going okay up until this past November, when I had to get off a stimulant that was keeping me awake, modafinil, I think it was called. In addition to the modafinil in the machine, I was staying awake. But I had to stop the modafinil for a number of reasons, maybe because it was making me too dehydrated. And as soon as I stopped that, well, I started feeling exhausted. Even with the machine on and getting like roughly a full night's sleep, didn't have any difference without the modafinil. So basically, I would wake up exhausted, feel exhausted the entire day, and get to a point where my mind just cannot focus on anything. So even if I want to do something, like not even recording, but like just play a game by myself, I couldn't even focus on that because like 5 minutes in, I feel like I was getting a migraine and I would have to stop. So yeah, it's been really hell since November. And because all the doctors are very busy with all this pandemic shit going on, I haven't really been able to get good appointments. It took like a month to get a narrow sleep study done, which was a 2 day study, by the way, absolute hell to go through. Then I had to wait to speak to that doctor about the results. Then I was thinking, no, maybe we should get a second opinion from a different doctor about my sleep problems. So it took another month in December to get that appointment. And he pretty much said, oh, the first doctor is doing everything wrong. And then he scheduled me for a narrow sleep study this January, January 6th to be exact. As you can see in the lower right corner, today is January 4th, so 2 more days I get the study. It's just been a nightmare, it really has. And of course I feel bad about the lack of updates, because I see from starting around the last third of 2020, I started doing daily uploads. And I haven't been able to get back onto that pattern since I stopped in June. Which I know I barely upload anything since, and I feel terrible about that. I imagine some of you have like lost faith in me as well, because I have lost a fair amount of people, no subscribers since that day. As you can see, we have crossed. We get the cursor there. We did cross 600, which I'm very happy about. Which seems like it's more than halfway there to 1,000, which is not bad. And considering I was able to maintain 600 even with the losses of people leaving, no, I still feel pretty good about that. Now to go over plans for the future. At the moment, I'm still feeling rather exhausted. I improved somewhat to the point where I could actually start doing things, but I'm not at that point yet where I could just do a recording every day. I'm just not there yet. Plus all the doctor shit going on, everything else going on in my life, it's really not convenient or easy for me to like just get a good like time out session where I could just do whatever I want and focus on doing that task. So yeah, huge apologies for that. It's not that I want to even take a break in the first place. It's because of all this medical bullshit going on that I had to stop, and I haven't been able to feel better enough to get back to a normal recording schedule. Like I said, I feel really bad about that. But I don't want to use medical things as an excuse, because trust me, I really wanted to start making things. And of course, more and more games have come out since June. I'm not playing them because I want to cover them blind, though to get the genuine reaction of me playing them. And of course, I can't do that until I'm ready to record because it would be false advertising then if I played something before and said, oh yeah, it's my first time playing. No, I'm not going to do that. So, okay, plans for the future. As of right now, in this current series section, you can see the 4 things I'm currently working on. Basically 2 RPGs and 2 zombie games, right? Now, from what I can tell, Resident Evil Revelations 2 is almost done. I started like one video of the final DLC where you control the little girl, I forgot her name, Natalia, yeah? So I have like one more video of that. Then I have to do raid mode, which I'm not sure how that exactly works. It's sort of like a challenge thing that someone wanted me to cover. So I'll do that for whatever period, then that's done. Dying Light's another story, because I finished the campaign, I just have to upload the rest of the videos of me finishing the main story. But then I have to play the following DLC, which I have played before, by the way. Then I have to do the, whatever it's called, the medieval Hell Raid. I have to cover the Hell Raid DLC, which I have not played, by the way. And I also have to play it by ear, the other DLC, like Bozak Horde and Escape Durgesh Prison, whatever the hell it's called. Because I have tried those in the past, and I've just never been able to beat them because they're hard as hell. Now, Sarsooth is going pretty well as well. We're nearing the end of that, the second game, and then that'll be totally done. As for Blue Dragon, I'm not exactly sure, because that's completely blind. I do think I'm nearing the end of Disc 2, even though it's a digital title. And apparently there's one more disc after that, where it's more of like a free roam thing. You get to explore the world, do optional things, before dealing with the final conclusion. So, I'm not sure how much longer that's going to be. As for the stuff on hold, I'm still waiting on the Cuphead DLC. Supposedly, Studio, whatever the MDHR, whatever their name is, they did announce a release date for the DLC. I forgot what it was, but at some point in 2022. About bloody time, right? Because when this game came out, like 2018, it took them this long to make the DLC. But I'm not even sure the DLC is going to be good, because remember, they only advertised it as one more island, and plus they're putting the Chalice character in. But I'll definitely play it, much to my dismay, because it could be another rage-filled experience. Because if you saw the original Cuphead, or any other player playing Cuphead, yeah, they're going to like throw a fit when the game gets too hard, like I did. Okay, Destiny 2 is sort of like an oddball thing, because I'm only recovering the DLC when it comes out. Yes, they did announce the Witch Queen as a next DLC coming out in February, I believe, so I'll buy that and cover the campaign of that. As for other stuff within Destiny 2, I'm not sure what to do about that. Because apparently they have, like, seasons, which I wasn't really aware of. I thought mainly they were just, like, tasks you could do. Like, extra content you pay for outside the DLC. But apparently there are story elements to this Season Pass stuff, which I was not aware of. I honestly thought it was just like different things, like the raids and the strikes or whatever. I didn't realize there was actual story stuff connected to these seasons. So I'm going to have to see about that, even though, of course, the seasons are limited time. So any previous seasons I completely missed out on, and apparently I cannot play those time-sensitive missions ever again. But if you want, I could try starting them now, even though it won't be a complete thing, but that's the best I can do at the moment. As for Resident Evil Village, yeah, I bought that brand new on PS5 physical copy. I beat it, covered it, and returned it to get the trade-in value because it was relatively new. And I only did that because they said there was to be no DLC. Like a week or two after I traded it in, oh, guess what? The creator announced DLC for the game. They didn't provide any specifics regarding if it's story or their challenge mode, but I was mad as hell. They said, oh no, it's not going to be DLC. Then, like, after I traded in and get the credit back for it, oh yeah, it's going to be DLC. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Why would you lie about that? So, if it is story-based, depending on what the DLC is for Village, I will have to buy the game again. Maybe not on the PS5 version, because that would be more expensive than the PS4 or Xbox One, but we'll play it by ear. As for this test stuff, I gotta see about that. Since Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I did this test video. I have since bought the whole package for PS4, which apparently includes more things than the Final Mix did, which I didn't realize the Final Mix would not be the final game edition of the Kingdom Hearts series released. So I may have to scrap this, Or, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out when I'm ready to play that again. And Smash is in there a wild one as well. Because Smash is, even though it has like a single player story ish mode, it all balls around fighting opponents and moving around and like, I don't know. I will have to see about, yeah, Story of Light, that's what it was called. I do feel like finishing it, but the problem is, like, I don't know how I can remake it entertaining. Because basically all you're doing is knocking a character off the stage time and time again. Maybe there is more story to Story of Light if I get further, I don't know. The Witness I'm really not sure about, even though it did fairly well in terms like as a test video. From what I could tell by looking at information online, all you basically do is solve puzzles. There's no story to the game. You just like solve these line puzzles. That's the entirety of the game. I guess I could just try and come up with some casual talk while I'm doing that, but we'll see how that goes as well. Alright. Also, another thing I want to bring up is that, guess what? I unlocked the community tab. Which, by the way, is like a thing where me, the creator of the channel, or runner of the channel, person who runs the channel, can, like, make messages. Apparently you can also, like, post images, do polls, and even host videos. Now, I never utilized this feature before this, simply because you had to have 1,000 subscribers to even get the tab, or what the community tab is called. Until recently, last year they said, oh yeah, we're going to cut that in half, so you only need 500 subscribers to get the tab. Which I must applaud YouTube for trying to do something positive, because good lord. Okay. So yeah, I did my first post about 2 months ago, and unfortunately not a lot of people saw it. I mean, one person did respond to it, and they did get a few likes. So yeah, if you guys want to, I could very easily utilize this to provide public PSA messages. So far, like, I imagine I haven't really gotten much response from this first post, because many of you probably don't even realize I have the tab active. But yeah, I will try and make some updates on this section as in the future, and then we'll take it from there. So that way I won't have to make these vlog videos anymore. Which is the primary reason I started the vlog videos, because I didn't have a community tab. Which, yeah. So, yeah. Stay tuned for that. Anything else we want to go over? Yeah. Let's go to our studio quick. Studio. Alright, so let's go over our stats for a bit while I'm still in the video, shall we? Analytics. So yeah, subscribers have dipped a bit. They sort of like go up and down, which I don't know. Maybe it's just because some of you are like sick of me not uploading stuff, or maybe just got tired of me anyway. Rest assured, I am doing what I can to return, and I will get back on the horse as soon as I can. Maybe it won't be like regular updates, but I'll try to upload a bit more when I actually feel better. Let's look at some other stuff too. I haven't done this in a while. Views are a little down, but that's okay. I mean, random is random. I'm not a big channel, so you get what you give. Watch time is a little less according to this. But again, it's not that big a deal. Let's look at the summer stuff. Yeah, less videos. Okay. Let's try reach. Okay, impressions are up. That's pretty good. Impressions, click-through rate. Normally this was only in like the 2 range, like for the long time. Now it's actually 4.1. That's pretty good in my opinion. Because the click-through rate is percentage of people who click on your content if it's presented to them. So normally like it would be 2%, like 2% out of 100 would click on my stuff normally. Now it's more than roughly double that, which I'm very happy about. We went views in overtime. Okay, let's see.